For all your benefit, I copied a few things down so I wouldn't be rambling for the rest of the evening for you, which is my want to do. Thanks. I really
Floor is yours, sir.
do appreciate it. I thank you all for this award. I am honored and humbled because I know a lot of you here, and to receive that from the people of Sun Prairie is indeed for me a wonderful honor. And you know, through the years you never think about that, but it's nice to get recognition for something that you enjoy doing all those years, and I certainly did. As I say, I have a few comments. Back in June of 1978, I was sitting watching some television program in my home, and Charlene O'Brien called me up and said, "Jim, I need you. I need you." She was the chairman of the Park and Recreation Commission at that time. Charlene did a wonderful job. She says, "I need you on the commission. You gotta join the commission. You're the only one I can think of." I think I was the last one she thought of, but in any event, it kind of stirred something inside of me because when I moved to the community, I was looking for something positive to do to you know, use my time and talents for my community, which I always felt was an important part of my life. And so when she talked about parks and recreation, I thought, wow, that's a perfect fit for me. I moved from Milwaukee in '73 and was very, very fond of and proud of their park system, and we use them all the time, my family and I. And it just seemed to me that, you know, if I could be a part of somebody else's park system, I could share and bring some of the enthusiasm that I had for those to some other community. And I leaped at the chance to join, which I did, and been on there, you know, ever since till a few years ago. But I have to tell you that my time and effort on the commission was, you know, was very rewarding for me, especially with an exceptional director we had during the time that I was there, Bob Holling, and the exceptional staff that he put together for Park and Recreation. It made our job on the commission fairly easy, and it was easy to expand on it and fulfill some of the ideas and things that Bob and the staff had recommended to us, and it was a great pleasure. While I was in there, we took at the time that both Bob and I came around the same time. The park system was in terrible disarray. I don't know how many of you were around then, but we had a lot of parks that were never developed. We had a lot of parks in areas that there should have been cesspools, and the developers gave us whatever land they had left over, and we took it, and it was a big mistake. And so we started to be a little bit more discerning about land that we took it in better areas. But we spruced up the old parks, and we developed the new parks. Community parks, Sheehan, the many wonderful community parks. I want to say that you know, we were in the heyday of the Sun Prairie Park system. There was a lot of land available, a lot of development, and we were very, very fortunate to be in Sun Prairie at this time and being able to contribute with the positive things we've done, and Bob and his staff recommended for the various parks in our area, along with the pool. Developing that during my time, you know, I don't know when anybody could have served at a better time in this community for the parks. It was a heyday of Sun Prairie. It's you know, it was a wonderful time. It was really a privilege to be a part of that part of Sun Prairie's history. So much was done, so much. It was a fun time to be here, and we really enjoyed it. Our park system is probably the best in the county. We're the envy of all of our neighbors. Our parks are well maintained and well attended, all of them, which I think is a great tribute to siting and development maintenance of the parks as we have them today. And I think it's a great tribute to the city and that. And as far as the concerts in the parks, I mean, it was just a delight to be a part of that. It was something that I had as a vision of mine many years. Again, coming from Milwaukee, we used to once a month or a big brass band down at the park down the street, and we used to get chicken delight or Kentucky Fried, get a bottle of wine and head over to the concert and have just a great time with the neighbors. And I remember those things so fondly, and those are the visions I sort of had for the concerts. And you know, a lot of that was able to be done. Not all of it, of course, but a great deal of it. And the city is to be commended for supporting the concerts in the park for so many years. I was on there for over 20 years, and the people were just absolutely wonderful about supporting it, both in attendance and in monies that we needed to make this thing work. And I know I still see people at Century. I walk in there, oh, you were at the concerts, huh? Yeah. And so they still all appreciate it. They all remember it, whether they express it or not. So it was a wonderful time for me, wonderful time for the community as well. And it's still going on. It's wonderful, and it's well attended as well. Now, in getting ready for this award, I called my friend Peter Klein over at the Historical Society. I said, give me something on Charles Ashley. I looked all over the place for something on Charles Ashley, and frankly, I looked at the library, the wrong place to look. There was very little there. But I knew Peter would send me. So he sent me so much, but I'll tell you, I only picked out one page of the 20, 30 pages that he sent me. I mean, he had a wealth of information on Charles Ashley, as well he should. He's very conscientious of what he does. So anyway, I just wanted to say that a little bit about Charles Ashley for those who may not have known exactly. I see there was some information on the proclamation, but you know, the Ashley family was you know, in the community for a great many years. Ran a wonderful, successful department store right on Main Street, a good many years. And finally, you know, business didn't quite go as they should, and they made a decision to close their business and move to Milwaukee, which they did. And Charles, on the other hand, decided that he was going to be a lawyer. So he went to law school there and became a very prominent and successful lawyer in the city of Milwaukee, and lived out on Oconomowoc Lake for a good many years. Very prominent area, very affluent area of that area, part of that area. But he always had roots in Sun Prairie. He had a great deal of land, and he had a great fondness for the city of Sun Prairie. So in 1948, he decided to use some of his land and donate acreage for the Ashley Field, the school system. Before that, who knows what they were playing their games. I've heard a number of different stories. But he dedicated the Ashley Field in honor of his parents, David and Rose. And so that's how he benefited the community, I'm sure, in a number of different ways. But in 1953, he received the Community Citation of Appreciation from the VFW for his contribution to recreational activities in Sun Prairie. And I was very, you know, it was like, you know, what goes around comes around. I too am a lawyer, and I have too practiced law in Milwaukee. And now to be getting this award from the city, it's not only humbling, but it's just kind of ironic and meaningful to me as a person that you know, that I should get this award. I'm thanks to you all, Charles Ashley Award. So, with that, I'm concluding and saying thank you very much for this award. It's deeply appreciated by me.